And then who? Oh, the chat. You want to run the comments for a few, and then we'll switch out. Let's see. Move this over there. All right. This coffee. Where did I put it? Over there. Oh, wait, hold on. So where? She could get my new bear. Been a morning already, folks. Scotty was in like an hour ago. I don't know what the deal is. But good morning, everybody. Hey, couple. Good morning. Come on, lean in. Something. Give a brother a little love here. Come on. You're not awake, are you?
I'm awake.
Anyway, so James is in. Who else?
Pickles is in.
Hey, Charlie.
Charlie's in.
So we were kind of ready. I just did a spatchcock turkey or chicken that I've got on the Weber Smoky Joe, little 14-inch. I tried doing putting a pizza pan over the charcoal basket, and man, yesterday it worked fantastic. Held temps, only burned half a basket in about 3 hours. So using this blues hog briquettes, something different. So, Cub, what do you got for us this morning?
Alfredo.
She wants to make a Alfredo. Shrimp Alfredo? Yeah. Well, I will get out of your way. I wanted to tell everybody, we did the reindeer rump. So this is the little medal that we got. The 5K that Mom and I was talking about. So we got this at the end of our run. And I did run like the last block and a half.
Sound like a sports announcer.
Yeah. Woo. We're not sure what's going on. Let's switch that. Switch that. Let's see. Is that better? Because we get this massive whining noise. I don't know what it is. But yeah, this was our trophy for winning. Winning, I mean, for completing. And we got an awesome shirt with the logo. That's what we get for signing up. So yeah, Mom and I did do a 5K. We walked it. Ran the last, I don't know, I'd say it's like a block and a half, so maybe 50, 100 yards. They said, oh, hey, we're running. And I was like, oh, crap. So we had to take off and run. All right. You want to keep comments? And no?
We need to stuff back over.
You can keep doing comments you want.
No, this is fine.
You can get in and help Cubs, dude.
I don't need help.
Oh, okay. So looks like the camera's just a little off on that one, Cubbo. Let me see. So you got the old Magnum light going, huh? That's all right. There. So what are you doing?
Getting my butter melted.
So you're melting butter. Okay. And I have the this is my chicken right now. This is both of these are on the grill grate. One is in the back, close to the fire, and one's up front, actually right there by the chicken legs up in the front. So a little temperature difference, not bad. That's the actual temperature of the breast. So I have just put it on, so we're going to monitor this as it goes. So as old as that Maverick is, I still like it. I really like that thermometer.
Right.
And yeah, I know that it's reading 190, but it was 250 when I put the bird on. So it was sitting at the I'm sitting at the center of the rack. So, yeah, it's coming back. I don't know what it is. We get this high-pitched whine. I don't know if y'all hear that. But, so we've got, how was your week?
Oh, the week was fine. Finished up the last of the 7-Eleven installs. So got a whole bunch of self-checkouts installed in these gas stations. And went to the auction last night with Wes.
Oh, yeah? How was that?
It was a very slow, boring. There was 3 sellers.
Okay.
One of them was the girl behind the counter that does the grab bag.
Yep.
And then there was another seller that only had a 20-minute spot. And then one guy actually bought a 40-minute spot.
Okay.
So they had a whole lot of toys and Christmas stuff. Not Christmas as in the guy that was there a couple of weeks ago whenever we went, they was selling the Christmas balls and the wrapping paper and the lights and stuff. This guy was, last time they were selling more like Christmas gifts. They weren't selling Christmas decorations.
Oh, okay.
And so lots of toys. We're looking at these toys and making me wish I still had 7 and 8-year-olds.
Oh. Yeah, it's funny to talk about the Christmas gifts because I was just thinking, it's December 2nd or 3rd.
No,
3rd.
it's like more like, yeah. Because Monday's the 4th and Tuesday's
Yep.
the 5th.
Yeah, it's the 3rd.
So what you put in there? Tell them what you're doing, Cub?
I just used the rest of my cream cheese, put it in here.
So she's got butter, garlic, granulated garlic. Excuse me. Allergic to bullshit. So somebody's getting ready to talk. Just kidding.
You're the only one talking.
I'm just
So
kidding,
you're
Cub.
allergic to your own self-talk.
Man. Boy, you are in a grouchy mood today.
No, she's usually happy and cheery.
Then she put in heavy whipping cream and cream cheese, and then she's got this parm she's dumping in. So this is a recipe. I don't remember where I got it, but it kind of came up out of, I found it while I was looking through a book. It was a post-it note that I'd written, so I was like, well, okay, we must have done it at least once. Butter, garlic, cream, and cream cheese. Yep, and then Parmesan. Because we didn't have minced garlic. I got it frozen. I didn't get it out and mince it because I'm a bum. But I was thinking Christmas gifts. And Mama was talking this morning about how hard it is to buy for guys. So if you have, I think we've talked this before for, gifts and whatnot, but what kind of random Christmas gifts, like I would think homemade. Ugh, that didn't sound right, did it?
Homemade.
Homemade. Homemade.
Oh.
What kind would you recommend?
Need a little bit more backstory here. Need to know.
Well, just like
Age range. Is it a son? Is it a friend? Is it a cousin?
just for I don't know. What would you, if you're thinking of somebody and you're thinking a homemade gift, what would you?
In my opinion, and with me and like you, all the cooking and stuff we do, all of our family and friends know us from our because of our cooking and enjoy our food. Making something like a rubs or something like that, putting it in mason jars. That would be to me for the kind of people that I've got right now, as far as friends and family, that would be the kind of homemade gift that I would be making.
Yep. And I was thinking that I did that last year with our church group. We made our homemade body bear, and then I put it in little ornament balls,
right,
and gave that out. And a lot of them were kind of taken back, like what, and then they came back and told me how much they really loved it.
I've actually got a homemade gift from you and Tanya from many years ago that I've never opened up, and that was a small, like 4-inch tall mason jar, and inside the jar there was hot chocolate powder. Then there was marshmallows, and then a little, like, not recipe card, but instruction sheet, telling you how much water to put into the coffee cup and blah, blah, blah. And then it had a little ribbon around it and I and and stuff like a snowman on the little mason jar.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago. And it's still in the cabinet, never been opened or nothing.
Yep, that was I think we made the hot chocolate mix from scratch. Yep. Stuff like that, I think, is a pretty cool little gift. I don't know if anybody's ever done like a saltwater etch or a like on a knife. You could buy just a regular knife out of the grocery store or whatever, and then it's just like a 12-volt battery or 9-volt battery, a couple wires, and salt water. And, you can look it up and get the specifics, but then we did a cricket and cut out our Smoking Bear's name and put it on there, and then salt water etched, basically you burning.
Right.
And so then we have our name on the knife. That's kind of cool. Something different, something a little from the heart. You got us a cutting board.
Yeah,
that was pretty awesome. Nice big cutting board with our names on it and all
Smoking
that.
Bears on it.
Yep.
And I got you the bottle of cutting board oil to go on it.
Yep. The cutting board oil.
The only thing I wasn't really happy with that cutting board is I wish that where the X carve machine went in and carved out the logo and the names, I wish that was darker than the actual board itself so it would stick out.
Yeah.
Because if you're standing back a couple of feet looking at it, you really can't see the detail until you get right up on it. But I think, I wish that that was a little bit darker.
Yep. And we talked about like trying to fill it in with epoxy or something, but I really like it. I do, and that's a great gift idea. Feedback for days. What happened to everybody picking on Charlie? Yep. Feedback for days. So I don't know what's going on. I guess you might have to go back to Stadium Echo and.
Can we just?
Let me remove that one. How's that? Is that better? We'll just cut Tubbo completely out. I don't know what the dealio is.
Can I just put my shrimp in this?
Yeah. She's gonna be done pretty quick. How's that, Charlie? I don't know what the deal is. Technology's been acting weird around here. So, is that better? Nobody's responding. I don't know. But so you got homemade rubs. I like that. I like the cutting board idea.
I used to do homemade paintings.
What's that?
That one year,
Speak up.
one year Sydney sent me a photo of her and this guy she was dating, and asked if I could put them in a painting together. So I did. We just didn't. She didn't have a face, but like it was her outline and everything around her.
Oh, okay. Thought it was a smoke detector. That's the wrong live. That's Mr. Chaos on Wednesdays. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Did you drop one?
Yep.
No.
Get it.
I'm not gonna
Oh,
put him off.
I'll get it.
I don't want to roll. So let's see, saltwater. Have you ever glass etched?
No, I've never etched anything.
So there is a product. I've got it around here somewhere. That what's up, Stephen and Jacqueline? What's up, my brother? And it is called etch. And what you do is you put it on glass, and then it basically etches the glass. It eats the glass a little bit. And then when you wash it off, it's like frosted. So you could do initials or something like that on there. That's kind of a neat little thing if you've never done that. You pick it up at like the craft store, like I think we got ours at Michael's. But it's just a little bottle of paste, and you put your decal on there, whatever it is you want to put on there. You put this. You got to do it so what you want on there is what's cut out. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So that way when you put the paste on, it just gets to what you want cut out or what you want on there. And those are pretty cool because then you can do, different kind of cups, like glasses, like drinking glasses if they're bourbon guys, or water glasses or whatever. Let's see. What else we got? What else would be a good one? What do you got? What kind of homemade gifts home? Like, I have to really think about that right now. I don't know why. What do you think?
Blankets.
A blanket? Yeah.
That's an investment of time right there.
Yes.
For you to make a homemade blanket for somebody, I mean, you've got to start that 6, 8, 10 months in advance.
Well, it depends.
No, you don't.
What kind of blanket? Because if you're doing quilts
are going to take like a couple days.
Yes.
So that's to say that my grandma and my aunts, they used to make those.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I know. I mean, it takes up to a year to make.
Or crochet. But like she's talking about, like the knotted blankets where you just tie knots in the corners or whatever.
Yeah, but that's kind of a little bit of a waste of money if you think about it.
Okay.
Because I mean, I made one for me and Grant, and I sent him his, and then today I'm just gonna sew the edges of 2 fabrics to make a blanket for me.
Okay.
And then I'm making 2 pillowcases today to give my uncle.
Sweet. We won't tell him that. Hopefully he's not watching.
He won't.
So, hot sauces are always good.
If they like hot sauce.
If people like hot sauce. I do not recommend the one called The Bomb.
No, I don't.
I don't recommend the Ghost Pepper X experience from the last dab. That was a little roasty toasty.
Photo cubes.
Oh, that's a good one. Photo cubes. I think Shutterfly has those, don't they?
Yeah,
you can
make them yourself.
Yeah, you can buy the blank ones and you just slide your own pictures inside the slots.
Oh, there's a good idea.
There's that, or you have ones that are like octagon shape. Do you know the shape of an octagon?
Okay. I'm thinking like a stop sign.
Sure. We can go, a stop sign.
Is a stop sign octagon?
Yes.
Yeah. So think of a stop sign.
Octagon. Sounds like something you should be like breathing.
Oxygen?
Oxygon. Oxymoron.
Anyways. But there's a way you make it so like there's always going to be a bow around it, and it's easier to make it than buy it because it's cheaper if you make it. And you take the bow off, and that the first layer folds down, and it's pictures of you and whoever. And there's a second one, and each layer makes it look more like a flower sense. And yeah, that's something you could do.
Okay.
If you have like 30 photos of somebody.
Okay. So, and I think Shutterfly also does where you can get the photos on a coffee mug.
They do?
Yep. Always support your local small business. Uncle Steve Shake is a good one to support. He's got his gift box right now where you get the 4-ounce sample size of 12 of his shakes for like $50. I throw that out there because that's a good gift to buy somebody that you don't know what they want to enjoy. You don't know what they're gonna like. That's a good one. Homemade rubs are always good, especially ones that you like and you make.
And another thing that I do a lot is I make, as you know, I make my own jerky, and I'll give out Ziploc bags of homemade jerky as gifts too.
Nice.
People just be getting me. If I talk to you, that's your present.
Wow. Okay, so Cubs like that now.
I just don't.
Guess I know what I'm getting hurt. Nothing.
Well, that was the whole plan.
Show us your coffee mug there, Cubbo. Let's talk about that, dude. Look at that.
It's a dino.
Yeah.
With a present, a hat, and look at the tail.
So Mama and I went to the Christmasville parade.
Is that open today?
Yeah. I think so.
Okay.
So we went there and walked around and went to the parade, and it's nice to kind of eclectic. A bunch.
That's a big word for you.
I know. A bunch of the small businesses get put out a little float or decorate their truck or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's nice. My friend Regan with Hungry Heroes, she's another small business to put out to shout out. She just they revamped their website, and they've got some new design hoodies and hats and beanies. So if y'all are in the market there, that's cool.
Oh, pause. Guess what I showered last night?
You showered last night?
Guess what I started?
Oh.
I mean, I did shower last night, but
Yeah.
guess what I started last night?
Not your vlog. Oh!
I just burnt my hand.
Not the vlog you told Charlie and them guys you would do 2 weeks ago.
Listen. Shh, no one has to know. Because it was never interesting. All I do is go to work and then lay in bed. Like, I don't do anything.
That's why you got to keep doing things. Need more young running around.
No, we don't.
Wait, Charlie, we don't need more of you running around. Oh. Okay. Well, Charlie has mentioned homemade pickles, kimchi, and Gary.
I want to try kimchi.
Yes, I almost bought some the other day.
I want to try it.
You never had it?
No.
I'll tell you, personally, my experience, it is nasty.
Well, you also don't like foods.
But I also had it really authentically made from the base at Fort Jackson from actual Asians, and I mean it was the real deal, and I couldn't stand it.
I want to try it. No, but
is there a brand of kimchi that you all like versus? Whoa! Hey, there she is.
Since Dad isn't gonna let me finish my statement,
Sorry.
I tried something last night. I got this wood. It's like this big. It's like this tall, but it's like curved. Did you see it, Dad?
No, you didn't show me.
Oh, I didn't.
You came in the door, ran upstairs.
Yeah, because I had a surprise for you in there, but I can't tell you. So now you know there's a surprise. But my goal is I was gonna decorate it and put it in the hallway. Right. The main color in my room is green. So I was like, let me do a green thing. The greens that I got are literally almost the exact same color. So, like, the green paints?
Yeah.
You know how on the top they have a little sticker showing the color?
Yeah.
On the sticker, they looked far complete. Like one was darker, one was lighter. I put it on, almost the exact same color.
Huh.
And now I'm like, I don't know what to do here.
Oh, Mandy's in, and she says, ask Kyla. She has a hierarchy of kimchi. So she has rank. So what we should probably do is go to Publix. Because, I don't know, there's certain, I would think like Food Lion would have their branded kimchi, and then, but like Publix
Food Lion's
has,
not going to have kimchi.
Yeah, bro.
I think it does.
Yeah.
But I know I've seen it at Publix. But like Walmart would have certain brands, but then they're like lower quality.
Right.
Where Publix has got, I don't want to say higher quality, but
More expensive.
a little more like the next step up.
You
in
know what
brand.
is so good?
Charlie makes his own kimchi now.
I would be a little scared because who knows what he puts in his.
How many months do you bury the pot?
Yeah, Charlie, you might have to do a video
He won't do a video.
or send me the video, a recipe on Instagram. Because Charlie he's not on TikTok and he doesn't do
He doesn't do YouTube videos. He only does reels, which is not the same thing as a video.
I've come to the conclusion if Rusty doesn't like something, then it's good.
Oh,
That's funny. If you have an Asian market near you, you should start there. Okay. So we'll have to see if we have an Asian market.
I think the nearest is like an hour away.
Yeah, I'll have to look because I know I've just discovered we have Mexican markets or Hispanic markets.
Dad, you knew about that.
I've never been to. The only one I went to was recently with Pei when she was trying to talk Spanish to the lady, checking us out.
Okay.
We're in there because we were getting. What were we getting?
I don't know, Dad.
But they were cooking outside, and man, did it smell good! Oh, so we'll have to look for an Asian market.
This week I meet the new lady that I'm going to be working with.
Okay.
She's coming Monday through Friday, 4 to 7, I think, 5 to 7.
Tom says I have a friend like Charlie. Oh, he has a friend like that. If he runs a food idea by them and they say ooh or yuck, I know I'm on the right track. Wonder if Dollar Tree has kimchi?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
It tastes like Dollar Tree could sell it. It's worth $1.
Some of the ingredients you have to get the Asian market or Amazon. I go to H Mart. I don't know what H Mart is. Kroger's. Well, we don't have a Kroger's.
Yeah, but you're an hour away. That give me and Mom a reason to go.
Yep. So there is
There's no S on that word. It's Kroger.
Well, he put apostrophe S to make it plural. But okay. So kimchi, we got sidetracked from Christmas gifts to kimchi.
Get your clay pot, get your whole dug, get ready to bury it so it can ferment.
Yeah, is that how you do it, Charlie? Do you dig a hole in the yard?
That's how they did it off of Fort Jackson. They had like huge field with just pot after pot. I mean that was really, really popular on the army base.
Well, I do got a post hole digger. How's your shrimp coming there, Cubbo?
It's very looking.
Turn the camera down a little bit so we can see. Whoa. Boy, you just tested it.
No, you told me to do something, so I did what you just told me to do.
Just the way you did it. So Mama started looking for another 5K. There's 2 next month.
There's one in Charles.
Yep. The one she's looking at, and we had 2 couples that joined us in this 5K, and the one couple is like we're all in, and it's down in Charleston. And at the end of it's actually like New Year's Day. So, but we'd have to probably get a hotel for the night before, because otherwise we'd have to get up at like 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, and drive there. So
Y'all be back from your Christmas trip then?
yeah, we would be back long enough to swap, maybe do a load of laundry and take off again. But yeah, Mama's kind of thinking we should do one a month if we can. So it was a good time. We did it in 54 minutes. So not too bad. And I did run, and I can't remember the last time I actually ran. And the last little bit, I mean, we came around the corner, and it was like a block and a half or 2 blocks, like city blocks. So what is that, 50 yards, 100 yards?
Right.
And the couple that was beside me was like, "Oh, we're running," and they took off running. So I was like, "Okay." And before I knew it, I figured my knee would blow out, but it didn't. It stayed still, and we ran. So that was good. But yeah. So we're looking at doing another one. And then the other couple, they got sidetracked because at the halfway point, there was like one of the parks. We were around Glencairn Garden, right? And they have a restroom area, so they had tables set up where you could get water. And this was for the girls on the run, which couples a part of that.
Many years ago.
Many years ago.
Tamara was too.
And
matter of fact, that's the last time I ran a 5K. I did it with her. I didn't run. That's the time I walked the 5K.
I was like, yeah.
But me and Teresa went through and did the whole thing with Tamara.
And it was kind of neat watching all these kids.
That's what, middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So man, that's forever ago.
Yep. So that was kind of neat. Seeing, I mean, there was 1,000 people out there. Better. It was pretty wild. But the other couple that was with us, they got stopped because they had to use the restroom halfway through. But it was pretty cool. There were people standing outside their homes, cheering you on and all that. You know, as you walk down the street, and so many kids. I mean, it was so many girls. I mean, it was girls and their moms, you know, and stuff like that. And I got to see one of my swim kids. He was out there, and that was pretty cool because I hadn't seen him since October, beginning of October. So. But yeah, Charlie says, no, you don't have to bury it. Just start the ferment a bit before the fridge. Oh, just standard ferment. Man, my dyslexia is kicked in.
Why do they bury them off of the Fort Jackson? Is that the way that it's like usually made, or is that the way they do it without, they don't have refrigeration or something? Maybe he can answer that question.
Could be. What's the benefit in burying it? Tom asked about garlic bread.
What about it?
No garlic bread for your Alfredo?
No, you don't do
Always.
You don't do it with that.
That's what it comes with.
No, it doesn't.
Always. Garlic bread.
No, it comes with breadsticks.
Which is garlic.
No. Breadsticks are thin little rolls of bread.
So maybe he says so it doesn't stink up the house.
Ah.
Yeah. And then what kind of pot would you use? You wouldn't use a terracotta pot. You have to get like one of the old moonshine jugs, or like a certain like homemade, or not homemade, but I don't know why.
I just thought they were clay pots, and they had a
like you go to the
really tight ring around the lid, and I remember the ring had a clasp on it. They had to like unlock it and lock it type of clasp on the lid.
So is it like I just lost what I was thinking.
But I thought they buried them because under the ground so far always stayed a constant temperature and they had to keep it at that temperature for 6 months or however long it is.
Some cultures, like some generations, do that.
I know.
Bearing is old school, and they do longer ferments. Most people don't do that. Okay. So is that like? I don't even know what I was going to say. There was something I was watching where they were burying stuff, and I would forget that I buried it. I would forget that I buried it.
What was it? We have to get my bracket today.
Yes.
And more things to hold my cash fire.
What things?
Mm-mm.
Nails?
No.
Some more finger pointy things.
So the white things that you put.
I failed English, and I didn't even try sign language. So I have no idea what you're talking about.
The white things you put in the wall before the nail. Those
Anchors.
things. Those things.
Anchors, yes.
Not about anger, just that.
Oh, Mandy's gonna send. She says, "I'll send you a YouTube that she follows and makes yummy Korean food." Has a video on. Mark you. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe we'll have to try this. We might have to try this. Isn't there an episode of MASH where Major Burns said some locals were burying a bomb and it turned out to be a pot of kimchi? Oh, I think so.
I don't remember.
Major Burns was kind of a D-bag anyway.
I just remember from my days at Fort Jackson, that's how they did it around the base.
Huh.
But there's just an extensive Asian population from the Americans going overseas, doing their wars, finding women and getting married and bringing them back overseas. It's a huge Asian population, especially around military installations.
Wow.
And I've only tasted kimchi twice. And both times it was after it had been dug up out the ground, so it was fresh, homemade, real authentic kimchi. And I thought it was nasty. I could barely get past the smell.
So,
But I did try it.
So now that will have to be a taste test video.
Ooh, buddy.
Kimchi.
You want to know what I want you guys to try? Kombucha. But here's the kicker.
I've heard of that. That's like for gut health, right?
Here's the kicker. You both have to be on the camera when you try it. Because I think that would be priceless.
What's it called?
Kombucha.
There's a lady I watch, a homesteading lady, and she was making her own because she was trying to do stuff for her. She has leaky gut. Was it SIBO? And she was trying to help the bacteria that helps with your gut. So she was.
Kombucha.
Is it a drink?
It's a
Is
drink.
it eat?
It's a drink. The smell of it smells like vinegar. It does not smell good, but it tastes so good. And it's good for you.
Okay.
Tell you something that smells bad and tastes just as bad. Whenever me and Teresa first started dating, her dad had this huge bottle of stuff that was called Geritol. And this is iron and all your supplements for older people.
Yep.
And he kept it in the refrigerator. And every morning he would take just stick it in his mouth and just drink it. And then he would take some at night. And I mean, I saw him do this religiously. And I'm like, okay, what is that? And he explained to me what it was. He said, here, try it. Man, that was like liquid iron. It was so strong, so bad.
Huh.
But he could sit there and drink it like it was water. I remember that. It was called Geritol. I don't know if they still make it or not. I just remember that.
Probably. Kimchi is good if you keep the ingredients simple. Well, I think that's going to be a taste test video coming up.
Kombucha and kimchi.
I mean, if I can do a hot ones challenge, I think I could try that.
I mean, I'll try it again. I mean, God, I think that was 30 years. Man. When I get
Don't hurt yourself thinking there, Rusty.
Yeah, I got out in 97.
Oh,
So it's been a long time ago.
Long
26
time.
years.
so what about the Gardena? Gardena. How do you pronounce that? I know that's like fermented vegetables. It's like carrots and cauliflower and broccoli.
I'm not familiar.
I see it in the jars in the store, but I've never gotten it.
You know what I want so badly to try? I want to try it for years. Vegemite. I want to try Vegemite.
Yeah, I keep looking, but we don't.
You can get it at Earth Fair because whenever Tommy was in Boy Scouts, Tamara was in high school, so it wasn't that long ago. But that's back whenever there was a whole bunch of stupid challenges going around. There still are, but if you remember the one that was called the cinnamon challenge, and you had to eat a spoonful of dry cinnamon.
Yep.
Whenever that first came out, Tamara actually came over to Tommy's Boy Scout meeting and brought Vegemite and lined up Harry Charles, Sam Charles, and then lined up all the guys. And she got her camera to videotape this, and she had a Vegemite. She went over to Earth Fair right across from the Boy Scout church, bought it, come over there and put it on spoons and set them on paper plates for them to eat it. And a couple people actually ate it without making a face, but most of them spit it straight out.
I want to try it so bad, just because I've always heard how bad it is.
It's like the leftover yeast and stuff they scrape out of a bowl or a
Patrick, Patty Joe Cooking. He was on that one time, and he was like, "Oh man, Vegemite," and he was talking about how good it is. But I just haven't been able to find it. And he's in Australia, so to send it to me, it was it'd be So we'll have to look it up.
But they got it at Earth Fair.
Earth Fair. We'll go up there. Maybe today. Maybe.
I need a nap today.
James says I can drink kombucha if it's lemon, ginger, or a combination of the two.
I like
Other flavors you can't do.
I like the elderberry one. Or the blueberry elderberry one.
Geritol's still on the market. Jardiniera. Okay. Jardiniera.
You ever eaten and you haven't showed us any pictures? You haven't described anything yet?
I took 2 pictures.
Great Italian
You haven't
topping.
shown the camera.
Oh.
Okay.
Here's my half-eaten bowl.
That's what's left. She didn't put any decorative stuff on it.
No, I like my food plain.
Yeah.
It's always with ranch.
Ooh.
Okay.
So we got in the discussion last night again.
Because
Somebody, what were we watching? And they did. Oh, it was Hell's Kitchen. And the one guy did
pork chops and applesauce. He won.
He did a version of that where he, instead of applesauce, he did it was like candied apples. So it was slices, or it was diced. It was dices instead of mush.
Right.
And it was dices, and then it was all the ingredients of applesauce, sugar and whatever. Right. And he put that on top as a compote, whatever. And he mentioned it was a take on pork chops and applesauce, which I enjoy. I enjoy cooked apples and pork chops.
Yeah.
It was the fact that somebody goes and dunks the pork chop in applesauce, then into ranch, and then straight down the pie hole.
It's like a binder.
No.
Yes, it is, because if you take your pork chop, dip it in the ranch first, the ranch then dips into the applesauce covers the ranch, then you don't taste the ranch.
And there's no reason to have the ranch if you don't think.
Because it looks good.
No, it's
and
more.
It tastes good.
It's more like a bubbling cesspool, like a volcano, because I about hurled. Just watching you do it. And it's burned into my brain watching you do that.
Do you want me to send you a video of that in
No.
slow-mo?
No, because
Me and Aaron will send you videos of her hands and Orbeez.
oh my goodness, that just the sound. Okay. I know Charlie knows what this is.
Dad, you should come over here and show them
What?
the face you're about to make.
Oh,
Talking
no,
about this
no.
Orbeez.
No. It's they're these little pellets. They're about the size of a grain of rice, and then you soak them in water, and then they get like marble size, and they're Jello caps, and you put them in a mason jar, and then you put like a Hot Wheels or something in it, and you pour these on top, and it looks like the round balls, because they're clear, they look like they're suspended in water. All the whatever you put in, it just looks like it's suspended in the jar because you don't see the outline of the ball. And our friend, whose brainstorm this was, started running her hands like she was like, "This is so therapeutic." And I mean, we had this huge bowl, and she's dumping her hands in there, and she's smiling like the Grinch. I mean, ear to ear, to where her eyes are closed because she's smiling so big, and making this nasty, moist noise. Kind of like when you have too much sunscreen on your hands, and it's like, yeah, nasty. And the face that she was making, it was absolutely stomach turning. And now they brought over this huge bowl of them, and my wife starts running her hands through there, making that noise, and it doesn't matter where I'm at. If I hear them, like gagging. Yeah.
He literally does gag. Like, it's not figuratively.
Yeah, it's not good, and I don't. And the wife's like, "We're gonna play with Orbeez today," and I thought, "No, we're not. No, we're not." Processed food like Vegemite from remote islands is never a good idea.
Well, I don't do good. I like bad ideas.
Well, your camera's that way, so they're looking.
I like bad ideas.
Scotty's doing canned ham. Okay. So there's been all of a sudden canned meat videos. Lots of them. I don't know what the deal is all of a sudden, but
all of a sudden I have never seen them stop. You seen anything?
Yeah, well, like canned beef, canned ground beef. Like, well, I use canned chicken, no problem. But I haven't seen people specifically using the canned meat products other than Spam for videos. Like specifically, we got beef enchilada. Let's go get a can of beef instead of a pound of ground beef. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Guess what I bought last night, Rusty?
Last night you bought a 2023 Lamborghini straight from Italy off the showroom floor.
Sure, a Hot Wheel. No, I got, them like wax warmers with like the cubed waxes, and you like put them in.
Yeah, I got one shaped like a snowman on my island in the kitchen right now.
I toyed about getting one, but I couldn't find one that wasn't like festive. Because I was like, I don't want to just have it up for Christmas. I like the fall months. I want to find one that I like so I can have it up all the time.
The what?
The wall melts, candle melts.
Oh, the candy. Okay.
You know what I'm talking about now?
Yeah.
And so I found one, and it's so cute, and it goes in my room perfectly. It's a little like lantern, like that the boats had. And like, does that, like, what I'm talking about?
Is it the same kind of lantern that campers have? People that go out camping hold the lantern?
Yeah. I've only seen them on boats.
Okay.
You mean on Scooby Doo?
Yeah, on that Scooby Doo.
So
But it's a boat.
Mississippi pot roast does have a ranch mix in it, and that's what I told Cub was if you had powdered ranch in a breading on the pork chop, I could go for that. But I mean, straight out the bottle, on top of the applesauce, straight to the dome. Now, that's
that Mississippi pot roast is good as long as you take the pepperoncinis out. And pepperoncini's doing the whole.
What is a peppuccini?
and that's the whole point of the Mississippi pot roast.
What's a peppuccini? Is it like a dog?
It's like in Papa John's where they have the
pepper in the box?
The pepper that's in the box.
The jalapeno pepper?
It's not a jalapeno, it's pepperoni.
Pepperoncini.
But when you bite into it, sometimes they're explosively hot,
Yeah.
and sometimes they're not.
So it's a game.
Yeah.
Like whenever you get the jalapenos after I can, it's a gamble whether they're going to get hot or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
told you about
the pepperoncini flavor. I don't like it at all in the Mississippi pot roast.
Well, they dump the juice and all in there.
Right.
So I guess if you pulled them out, rinsed them, and put them in there. Then...
I made it one time with those, and then every other time we make the pot roast, we just don't put those peppers in it.
So then it's just a pot roast.
Exactly.
I told you about taking Dad to the lounge store. Told you about it.
So I sent a couple people the picture of the new Duke's Mayo Lodge cast iron skillet. Pretty cool looking. I mean, it's just a logo. I'm a Duke's fan, but I'm not like, I need to go tattoo my leg or anything. So
I would do that with ranch.
They have the Grinch one that's been out for about a month or two now. What was the other one I saw? They just put out another. Oh, it's the truck that your wife really liked.
Yeah, the red truck.
Yep. They have that. The truck with the tree in it. That's the new one. They have their new Christmas ornament one. That's a good gift since we're kind of drifting away from the gift ideas, but better topics, so that's good. See, Rusty doesn't like it. Theory confirmed.
I think it'd be great with the jalapenos. Pepper replace that pepperoni. Pepper just to me tastes bad.
I've seen where they put banana peppers in it.
Yep.
They dumped a jar of banana peppers.
Oh. I don't work on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Tomorrow is my brother's birthday, so happy early birthday to my brother.
How old is he turning?
I don't know.
Okay.
Let's see, 42?
Are you sure?
No. I think 42.
So not 42.
I think he's close. 41, 42. I love the smoked ribs. What? Wait, whoa. You eat body organs, Charlie. You shouldn't make fun of other people's food choices. Oh. I never could find the Buc-ee's Lodge pan. Oh, I never did see
Oh, Buc-ee's. I just saw something and it's kind of creepy. So the guy, what?
Is it a beaver?
No. The guy who owns Buc-ee's, right? His son got arrested. Why did his son get arrested? For putting 28 cameras in the bathrooms of all the Buc-ee's in his area so he could watch. You didn't know that about Buc-ee's, did you?
No.
I found that out at 2 a.m. and I was like, I need to tell him.
Smoked ribs with hemp?
Hemp oil?
Smoked ribs with hemp.
Do you know what hemp is, Dad?
Well, I used to have a hemp necklace way back in high school.
Well, I just had to make sure.
Yeah. I don't know that I'd smoke with it.
I mean, you can.
I mean, it's legal up where Tom's at now in Ohio, so Tom will probably let us know.
Tom should
some-
make the cookies.
Get your cold bed ready and then just sprinkle a quarterback on top.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder what that would do. Would you still get the effects while you're eating like you do with brownies?
How much of that THC is going to stick to your rubs and seasoning and sauces?
Yeah,
That's what it's going to have to be.
that's an idea.
That is not an idea that we should find out.
I
If
mean,
that's something we want to do,
Because there was somebody I was listening to, and they were talking about this guy was doing a whole chicken, and he was doing it in a big green egg, I think it was, and he made a whole like bed of herbs, and then set this chicken on top of it, and it got all this flavor and all that stuff. I wonder if the old Last Dance with Mary Jane would enhance your ribs.
This would be great to turn into a comp.
Yeah, no kidding. Then serve Doritos.
Judges say, this is the winner.
then serve Doritos spritzed with a Uncle Steve shake. Buc-ee's is coming to Ohio. They're putting in one in Huber Heights.
Huber Heights.
Yep.
That's
So,
close
in
to
Dayton.
Teresa.
Yeah, it's in Dayton.
I was like, that's close to Teresa.
Yep. Let's see. Seen it on Pickles channel. I didn't see that one.
Hey, yo.
Jay's Wrap and Barbecue. He did some sort of stoner barbecue.
My concoction.
Let's see. Oh, Tom's taking up gardening all of a sudden.
He's gonna be doing illegal things.
Yep, he's gonna have some tall plants, 8-footers.
Ooh.
Yeah, ain't no peppers on him. Charlie's not a dirty hippie. He's bald.
That just makes him a hobo hippie. Or it can make him indie.
A what?
Indie. INDIE.
What the hell? What's that got to do with this?
Somebody that's born in India.
No, what?
I don't know where you're going with that, Kevin.
It's like a hippie, Dad. Hippie, indie, it's basically the same thing.
Okay, I'll take your word for it. Do you need some greenery on there, Rusty?
No, I'm good with white.
Do you want some parsley or Italian mix,
Nah.
Italian seasoning, or Uncle Steve's Gator Shake? You're about to fall over. Let's see. So what else you got, Cub?
Talking to your wife. I asked her a question.
Okay.
Because you brought up Christmasville, and me and Mom tried to go to Christmasville yesterday while we were out, like before we went out of like Rock Hill, and there was no parking. So we're like, let's go catch one on our way back. And then it was 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock when we got back. So we did it.
And ham burnt ends.
No different than spam burn-ins.
Yeah. That could be interesting.
I mean, the spam burn-ins come out good.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you that ham would probably be even better.
Yep. Let's see. So we went. So Christmas or the Christmas parade. We were talking about that, and I had an opportunity to walk in it, and I decided not. And then because the group that I joined, the F3 group, they had a float, and they had guys that were walking and whatever. And it's ironic because I've been doing it for about, I don't know, 5 weeks now. 5-6 weeks. And there's one guy that Mom used to work with, well, the wife used to work with. She hasn't seen since the old bookstore days. We're talking like almost 10 years. And he was in there. So I showed up one morning, and this guy walks up and goes, "I know your wife." And I was like, "Uh-oh." And he goes, "No, I'm so-and-so." And I was like, "Oh, okay."
That's always the creepiest things, when random people walk up to you. Because it happens to me, Dad. They're like, "I know your dad." And I'm like, good or bad?
And
Y'all got
none of them-
issue. Don't come to me about it.
None of them say YouTube. I don't know why.
No, Dad, this is so funny. When we were in Ohio, I was with Logan, and I was with Grandpa and Logan, and Grandpa went to go look at something, so I went to go look at something else on the other side. Out of nowhere. Excuse me. Turn around, I was like, what? And they're like, I know your dad. I was like, okay, then why are you coming to me? You got a problem with him. Don't come to me about it. And he goes, well, he was like mean in high school. And I was like, he was never really around in high school. He was never really there.
Yeah, well, that narrows it down. I went to school with a lot of people up there.
But it was so odd. And then I go to Grandpa. I'm like, Grandpa, somebody knows Dad. He goes, good or bad? And I was like, he said bad, but I mean, Grandpa goes, well, that's your dad. I said, no, that's yours.
Which kind of makes me wonder who it was now, if I was mean. I really thought I was mean.
They thought you were real mean. Like, they were passionately telling me how you were mean to them.
I don't know.
And I'm like, they might not have gotten your sarcasticness.
I don't know. Did Grandpa know who it was?
Grandpa and I weren't together when the guy came up to me.
Where was you at?
We were at Kroger,
Oh,
right down by the Walmart.
shoot, that could have been anybody then.
It's just funny, like, I would do something and, like, somebody would be like, I know your mom. And I'm like, how?
Yeah.
They're like, oh, your mom's da-da-da. And I was like, yeah.
Tamara and Tommy come home, every other day. Somebody knows you. They said to them, they see me as, you're Rusty's daughter, aren't you?
Yeah.
Nobody knows my name. They just know me as Rusty's daughter, Rusty's son. Teresa all the time. She said that she's never been her own person. She's always been Rusty's wife.
Yep. I think this group has been interesting because I've ran into people that, like your friend, he come up to me and he goes, I know you. And I was like, uh-oh. And then we got talking and there's been a couple others that I've ran into that I haven't seen in a long time. And some I've known of, but not known. So it's been a pretty interesting group. And what I was kind of getting at was this when they were walking the parade, the wife hadn't seen Ben in probably 10 years. And he was walking in the parade, and I was like, hey! And he's like, dude, what's up? And he came over and gave me a fist bump. And then the wife was like, oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in forever. And then he kept walking. And a couple of the other guys had pointed me out that I didn't want to see a couple of times, but they're like, we recognize you. What's up, dude? So it's just kind of nice being, I've only been there a few times with these guys because even though I've been doing it for like 5 or 6 weeks, you don't see everybody every time you go. And I'm up to 4 times a week now. And you don't see everybody all the time, so it was kind of neat. Guess they're building a sheets station where you were staying and oh, okay. That'd be cool. Sheets are nice. The Sheets gas station.
QTs are better.
Yeah, but they're south.
Yeah.
I mean, up in Columbus, the Sheets is starting to spread up that way.
Yeah, going up north just to Salisbury.
Yeah. So
I have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday.
Oh, I'm glad you said doctor's appointment. I have great, exciting news about Tommy's problems with his feet. As I know we've spoken before, but Tommy's been having really bad problems with his feet, and he's been seeing different doctors, podiatrists, chiropractors, everything for 4 years. He's had MRIs, CT scans, everything. And then I told him, I said, we've got to figure out what it is. We've got to get you a primary care physician and make that doctor in charge of figuring out what is wrong with your feet. So Tommy's never had a primary care physician. since his pediatrician. And when he turned 18 and lost his pediatrician, he's just never went out to try and find him a regular doctor. Well, I made him do that earlier this year. The doctor examined him, looked at his feet for just a split second, and he said, Tommy, he said, I'll tell you this. If you've had all these doctors looking at your feet for the last 4 years and nobody can find anything, and doing x-rays and MRIs and nobody can find anything, your problem is probably not in your feet. He said, I'm going to send you to this doctor, and there was a spinal nerve specialist. I forgot the name of the doctor's office. But sent him an appointment, went up there, and that doctor said the same thing, had him take off his shoes. He had a little needle thing. It was testing his nerves in his feet. He said, yeah, he said, I don't see anything wrong with your feet. They took him in and got an x-ray of his back, showed him the disc, how they're really crystal clear white, not clear, they're pearl white. As you go down, you see the disc, they're just really vibrant white. And then the very last disc on his back, they call it the L2, I think, or something. One of these bones was really dark and gray and cloudy looking. And the doctor said, that doesn't look right. Let's take another x-ray. Did another x-ray, and they came back the same. He said, Tommy, he said, you're too young to have a degenerated disc. He said, but that's what this looks like. He said, I need to set up an MRI. I said, okay. I said, what? How much is it? I mean, everything's about money to me.
Yeah.
$1,100 for an MRI. I said, well, I just paid $950 for an MRI on his feet. Last year. I said, and now the problem is not in his feet. I said, I don't have $1,100 for this. I said, does my insurance not cover any of it? He said, you've got to go through 6 weeks of physical therapy before the insurance will cover the MRI, because they want to make sure they can't be resolved, by therapy first. So he said, I'll set you up for that. Yeah, I finally had his last therapy. The doctor set up, went through the MRI and stuff. Had his MRI on Tuesday last week. Had to follow up to read out everything on Thursday. The doctor showed him what was going on. He does have a degenerative disc at 22 years old, and it's slightly bulging, pressing on some kind of nerve. And he showed us all this stuff in the MRI, and he said, "Here's your problem." He said, "It's got nothing to do with with your feet." He's showing this nerve and was showing us on the map, what this nerve connects to and how it affects the feet and stuff. And so he prescribed him 300 milligram gabapentin twice a day. He said it's something to do with the nerves or releases inflammation. I can't remember all the stuff, but doctor finally said he found what the problem is and said that the gabapentin should take care of it because it doesn't look that bad. But he said, well, worst case scenario, if you did have surgery and they replaced that disc, whatever, he said it's something that's very possible that can be done. Mm-hmm. But the doctor did finally find what was causing the issue.
It sounds like when I had my problems with my neck, I had disc that was bulging and disintegrating. And it got to where by the time I got around to surgery, the disc was completely gone.
Right.
So if I'd have hit my head really hard one time, it could have paralyzed me or worse. So,
but after all these years, finally found the issue.
Cool. I found a glove.
Yeah, that's a Michael Jackson glove. No, it's a cut glove. So if you're using a mandolin, that's what you would wear.
Isn't that the cheese grater?
No.
Slicer. Goes back.
It's a thing that I really don't like to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cheese grater. I use it to cut cheese. Like sliced cheese.
Okay. Doctors like auto mechanics, they just go through the options until they find what's really wrong. So is this
like...
Yep.
It's like not able to get cut through?
Supposedly.
Have you ever tested that?
Yeah.
I'm going to test it.
Well, not that one, but...
I'm going to test it.
Especially when you're cutting fish, laying fish. So, well, what did you think of the Alfredo?
The Alfredo, it was very, very good. What was the the word I'm looking for, the grittiness. The Parmesan has a little slight grittiness flavor, or not, I mean texture. And whenever I first ate it, it gives you the texture of cracked pepper. Granted, there is a lot of pepper in here too. I got a very strong pepper flavor, which I
like
love.
the pepper.
I love pepper. And but the Parmesan looked like it wasn't completely melted. There's just a little grainy texture to it. And I mean, but it is real good. The shrimp is perfectly cooked.
Thanks.
Pasta is a little bit firmer. I think it's just because it got cold.
Yeah.
But yeah, everything tasted really, really good.
Hell yeah, Cub, rock on. All right, well, Cubbo,
Run on.
you can send us out of here, baby.
Okay.
You done playing, going through my drawers?
Listen, I just like, because this one has so many random stuff in it. You have the things Mom used to make you a little note. Because these are like the metal picks. And then just like.
Well, they're the punch.
They look like this.
Letter punches.
It's how he makes all his cast iron tags.
Yep, I made some for.
And then he has someone's address. I'm not going to show the back of it because that's what the address is. I didn't know that. Like, just random. This came from my bed.
Yeah, because I had to remake. Remember, because the one broke and I had to use that one to make another one.
Yeah, the one. Okay, so you know that's the different thing. He has like random stuff in here. It's like a junk drawer. And it's so fun to go through. Because it's just a junk drawer. So many stuff in it.
All right, well, send us out of here, Cubbo.
Does this work?
Oh, that.
That works.
Woo!
Oh, buddy. Okay. Well, there's 2 rules in cooking. Did you have fun and did it taste good? Rock on, you guys are awesome. And we'll see you guys next week.
Yep.
Wait, is the next week the 17th? No.
No.
Never mind. We'll
No.
have something to say next week.
Tomorrow's the 4th. So today's the 3rd.
3 + 7 is 10. Therefore, next Sunday is the 10th.
Makes sense. See you guys on the 10th.
All right, and Rusty enjoyed the shrimp Alfredo.
Yes, this was delicious.
So you know, when you get thumbs up from Rusty, it's got to be like Gordon Ramsay quality here.
No.
All right, y'all have a great week. We'll see you later.
Have a great week, guys.